Here we go. Okay, I'm ready to get started. So, a little bit of a long lower back conditioning thing, like help people with lower back issues. Hopefully, that's the idea. And for those who've got really good backs, it should help you to make it even stronger. Okay, so from here, we'll do a very simple lunging exercise. It goes like this. Your one leg is going to work 10 times, but it's going to lunge one forward, come up, and then one back. Obviously, watch out for the movement behind you. Okay, so the same leg's going to work 10 times. We're going to lunge forward and back. Try and keep your shoulders over your hips, and just go with your breath. So breathe in as you come forward, and the same leg goes back. So that's one. On the other side. 2. And keep everything upright. Don't lean at all. 4. 5. 6. Got to build up heat now. 7. 8. 9 and 10. Okay, other side. Okay, so it says 1, 4, 3, 1. Try not to let the knee touch the floor, 1 inch off the floor if you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Yes, a real burn. But again, it's strengthening the muscles around the knees and the hips and everything. It's brilliant. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take one leg out, similar thing to the side, but if I show you quickly, it goes out to the side and you bend into the leg that you're stepping out. That's important to realize. And then when you come back, you step it behind and you do like a curtsy lunge. So you should really feel this hip. So we'll go slowly first. We'll do this leg first, didn't we? So let's take this leg out first. So the leg you step out, bend into that leg. Does that make sense? Now pick that leg up, step it behind, and like a curtsy. And that's 1. So lunge it out, and curtsy behind. 2. Keep your shoulders over your hips. 3. Just go as low as you can. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one on this side. And 10. Stand up the other way. Okay? Go at your pace. Only go down as low as you can feel your posture not being compromised. Okay? And lunge. Step that leg behind. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. No, it's very capoeira. 8. 9. 10. Brilliant. Okay. So now we're going to work on the outer hips. We've done this one many times, so I think it's a really good one for your balance and and you're at the hip, but if you need to put your hand on the wall, feel free to, okay? So you're gonna put the leg over. This one's gonna be slightly different, watch me first. I'm gonna sit as low as I can, and then with my legs straight, I'm gonna tip forward, okay? So you're gonna sit down, then tip forward. So like the double moves you've been doing, it's like that. You might need to put your leg down, get a cramp in your hip or whatever, just shake it off, okay? Because that can happen, okay? So one leg over. So it's sit first. I tend to tap my knees, my elbows to my shins, and then fall forward with the leg as straight as you want. That's one. Two. You can't keep up with my pace, that's totally fine, just go at your pace. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay? All right, 2 sets. So cross over and sit. Just sit a little bit, sit as far as you can, and then fall forward. 1. 2. 3. Modify as you need to. 4. 5. Helps to focus on something in front of you. Your head up. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Wonderful. Now, we're going to warm up the calves and the hamstrings. So watch me first. So you're going to be in a position, it's going to be different for everyone. If you put your hands on blocks, that's fine. But basically, it's just walk your feet in and then push your hips back. Walk your feet out and push your hips back. So just walking your feet in and out for 10. And just really walk the calves. But again, if there's a position that feels better for you, stay in that position. Okay, so you're just walking feet back and forth straight. It's only about a step or 2. Okay, so that goes to start at the back, push back, push your heels into the floor, relax, bring your hips forward, walk your feet in a little bit, and then push your hips back. Relax, walk your feet back, push your hips back. 2. Relax your hips, walk your feet forward, push your hips back. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay. Put down on the floor. We're just going to do one more on your knees, warm up, and then we'll start off with the yoga. Okay. So when you're in this tabletop position, I want you to try and keep this sacrum part of your back as still as possible. So doing that, you're going to do 10 in 2 out circles with one leg, then we're going to change legs. Okay. So go to the floor, push your 3 knuckles into the mat, and 10 into out circles. Okay. Let's go for it. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch leg, into out. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do the circles. Other way around, out to in on the original leg. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other leg, out to in. Ready? 1, 2. Keep your shoulders still. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab a quick drink if you need it, because even though it's raining outside, it's still close. Julie, I totally forgot, but the people with the blocks, can you get them one of the tie shields to be a bit stronger for the foot on? Okay. Now, what I'm going to work with you today on the yoga section is how to work up to a balance for basically Warrior 3. This we don't do very often, but it's just to explain how to build up to it. Okay? So I'm going to have my blocks. Okay. So the people with yoga blocks will be fine. Just one tie shield for later. It's at the end. Okay? Just a bit more solid to put your foot on. Okay, so start off with the.
You need one as well? I have one at the shield in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
If it's just for your foot, that'll do.
Yeah, the shield's fine. I was just thinking something small.
Can you pass one of the shields for Adam?
No.
I haven't got any more time.
No, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, it's just a little bit more solid. The pad and just put your foot through. It's fine. So yeah, basically I'm going to show you some exercises to work up to a Warrior 3. So let's, I'm going to go side on, but whichever way you want to go for your vinyasa is fine. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out forward. Breathe in, breathe out, step back, lower, cobra or up dog, and then breathe out, down dog. Okay, for this first one, just to open up the hips a bit more, and lift the right leg up as high as possible. Bend the knee, and just like we did in the all fours, you're going to open up the hip, and this time you're just going to do 5 into out, 5 out to it, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 5. And then bring the leg forward in line with your right thumb, and drop your back foot, and lift your hands for Warrior 1. So first thing we're going to do is straighten that leg and bend the knees. Because we're working into this position, we're going to do it 5 times, okay? So breathe in, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands back down the mat. Spin the back heel up and go back. Optional vinyasa. And other side. Lift up the left leg. Bend the knee. Open up the hip. 5 into out circles. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other way. And then swing the left leg through and then the other hand. Drop the back heel. And then lift your arms up for Warrior 1. Breathe in. As you breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin the back heel up, hands to the floor. Option vinyasa. And then you down dog. Okay, pick the right leg up. Bring the right leg all the way through to the front hand. And come into that Warrior 1 again. And then straighten the leg. Now, you can either put knuckles behind your back or walk the back leg in a little bit, just about 3 foot apart. Or if you're very flexible, this one's too much for me, but you can put your palms back to back like this, like a prayer. Okay, so knuckles I prefer, so they're more relaxed. Okay, And all we're going to do is keep the legs straight, tip from here, tip the hinge forward and back up 10 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the 10th one, fold forward onto your pads or blocks of the floor. Now, to build up the strength in the standing leg, I'm going to bend the front knee, bring the back foot up onto my heel, walk my blocks forward, and I'm just going to lift and tip up. Okay? We're going to do this 10 times. It's quite an exercise, but I want you to keep the hips level. Don't let them twist out. So keep the toes facing the same direction, lifting up. So the leg is bent. As I lift, it almost straightens. Okay? Ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands back up the mat. Take the foot back. Optional vinyasa or straight down dog. Lift the left leg up. Sweep it through. Warrior 1. Straighten the leg. The back foot in. Knuckles and palms behind you. Straighten both legs. Keep them straight. And bend at the hinge. Keep everything straight. 1. Use that hamstring muscle to lift you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and fold all the way over onto your blocks, over the floor. Now bend the front knee to the back foot on the heel, walk the press forward, and again lifting up 10 times on the side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And hand back to the mat. Optional vinyasa, straight down dog. Now we're ready for that warrior 3. So right leg up. This time you're going to bring it through between your hands for crescent lunge, okay? So between your hands, so keep the foot on the ball of the foot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my hands up on the blocks. I'm going to show you on the highest block first. I'm going to lift my leg up, keeping my hands on the pads of the blocks. Now get that same motion you had before. If that's going well for you, oh no, I've gone too far ahead. Sorry. Put the hands down, go back to the crescent, you missed a bit. Lift up in the crescent. Sorry, my fault. This is the first part. So I'm getting ahead of myself. And then I want you to tip forward and think of this runway. So everything's in line now from your heel right to your head. That's the motion I want you to appreciate when you're in this thing. Now put your hands down and then pick your leg up. Now we're in the right place. So this is going well for you. Same motion as that motion we just had then. Take one hand back and the other hand back. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. It's not working out well for you, just put your hands down. Now, without putting your foot to the floor, we're going to bend the knee and swing through the standing. Now, test your warrior 3. Come into trade and tip back forward into your warrior 3. That's going well for you. Either take your hands back or even more challenging, take your hands forward. And then the trick is to, as smooth as you can, drop the back leg to crescent lunge. Brilliant. Hands up the mat. Optional vinyasa. Straight down dog. Okay. Left leg up. Swing it straight through in between your hands. Keep the back foot on the ball of the foot. Raise up to crescent lunge. Again, a bit I missed out last time. Bring your hands by your side. Tip forward. So everything's in line for you heel to your head like a runway. That's the motion you want. Your hands on the blocks. Raise up. Supported. Warrior 3. If that's going well, if it's going well, if you take one hand back, and then the other hand back. Chill out here for 5 breaths. As smooth as you can. Lift your head, come upright, bend the knee, and lift. Now test your warrior 3. Come into a prayer, slowly sit forward, back to warrior 3. You can stay here, or if it's going well, take your hands back, or even more challenging, take your hands forward. Try and extend through your fingers and toes. And come down, or no, come back down to crescent lunge. Hands down. Optional vinyasa. Down dog. And then walk or jump it through. Let's sit down on the floor. Okay. We did a lot of hips last week, so I thought we'd go opposite to, adductors and abductors. I thought we'd go hamstrings and quads. Okay. Some of these quad stretches are a little bit intense on the knee, so I'll show you some variations. Okay. Again, we'll start with a easier one, and they'll get more difficult as we go forward. Okay. But like in martial arts, we try and keep everything balanced. I think one of the reasons why we have injuries is because our stretching isn't balanced. So we stretch our hamstrings a lot of times, and we use our quads all the time. But what we don't do is we don't strengthen our hamstrings, and we don't stretch our quads. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to stretch out our quads, and then really, really work our hamstrings, okay? So just to give you a heads up, okay? So the first one is my favorite, especially after training or running. Take one knee forward. So we're not going to spend a huge time here. This is just the easier one. So when I go on the later quad stretches, a bit more intense, people can do this one, okay? So basically, we're going to go forward. It's one of my favorites. Put the opposite hand down, push the hip forward, roll onto the knee, and then stretch back. So we're just going to do 10 of these just to warm up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the quadricep version of that is to bend the back leg and reach forward. Okay, and you can either stay here, if you're feeling a huge stretch here, stay there. If that's not doing anything for you, you can drop down on your forearm and pull down lower. Okay, and switch. So again, the longer your stance is, sort of, the more intense the stretch will be. So push out and rock back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then reach back to your quadricep. If that's intense, stay there. If you can't feel anything, drop down to your forearm. A couple of options here. If you want to sit on your blocks to take some of the tension off your knees, you can sit on your blocks. 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, so forth. But basically, we're going to do a lot of sitting like this. So if sitting like this is painful for you, do a different quadricep stretch, okay? So usually when we do our forward fold stretch, we're here. That's the classic way, and that's good. Today, I'm going to fold forward with my knee like this, okay? So it's it'll be a little bit uncomfortable for some people. So sit on your block or just stretch like the regular way, okay? So you've got 1 leg forward, 1 leg back, and just reach for your front leg. Now, for the quadricep stretch, I'm just going to lean back. So either on your hands, walk your hands back, if that's intense, stay there, or down on your forearms, or lie all the way back. If your knee pops off the floor, that's too much tension. There should be a stretch in your hip flexion, your quadricep, not your knee. Excellent. Come up. Switch legs. So try and get that knee in line. Make sure it's not going up to the side too much. It should be like still in line, like both legs are out straight. Okay, reach forward to that straight leg. Good. And then lie back. Okay, come up. Now again, if you can't sit, I'll just show you from the side. If your back is completely straight in this L shape, you need to sit on something until you've got that nice straight L. Okay, so that's the most important thing. For those of you who are trying to tip forward, it can be difficult. So this is where the pads and the blocks can come in. So one of the things to do is just to put your pads as many as you want and just rest and just relax. Okay. So sometimes we're always trying to like reach for our toes, and that's not the best thing. The best thing is to chill out and just point and flex your feet and just get the blood circulating in this position. Now what you can do is you can move the blocks forward, or you can take one of the blocks away. Okay, so there's many options here. But what I'm trying to say is instead of always going for like, just like chill out and relax and like put your hands on your head and just try and get away that tension. So that's a little, if you want to go for a full fold now, you can, or you can stay there. Now, those last 2 quadricep stretches, if they weren't really gnarly for you, don't do this next one because this is the double. Okay, so you can sit here. Again, feel free to put a block between your feet. But this one I've been doing a lot recently and found a lot of flexibility advantages from it, okay? Especially from all the kicking we do. So again, you can either walk your hands back and let's do this in stages. So let's do stage number 1. Take your hands back and just push your hips up. It's a nice shoulder and chest stretch as well. And then if that's okay for you, walk back to your elbow and lift. Not if you just do a different quad stretch, okay? Because these aren't for everyone. And then if that's okay for you, you can attempt to lie all the way down to the floor or put your block behind you, put your head on your block. So you're a little bit more relaxed, propped up. But it shouldn't hurt in your lower back or your knees. If it does, that's too much. Okay, and relax. So this is my very, very long build up to back and hamstring building. I think I used to do it in my 2-hour classes, but I haven't done it for many years because it takes so long. And like the other drills I do, it starts with something very easy that everyone will be able to do. And by the time we get to the end, Some of you won't be able to do it. Go back to one of the easier exercises or just do a stretch of your choosing, okay? So have your yoga blocks or the little shield we gave you ready because you'll need it pretty soon, okay? So it just starts off with good old bridge pose. So when you're doing your bridge pose, a couple of points, you should be able to grab your feet. That's how close your heel should be there. And for this first go, grab your block and your pad and put it between your leg. But that, I want to put it on the side to squeeze it together, okay? So when you're lifting now, squeeze your block or your pad or your shield together, okay? So we're going to lift for 10 as high as we can, and the 10th one hold at the top, okay? Let's lift. Ready, and lift up. 1. Go with your breath. Keep that squeeze on. 2. 3. 4. Really use your legs to lift. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. On the 10th one, hold it up there. Then roll your arms over and maybe try and interlock fingers behind your back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, rest. Now try and keep that squeeze, like simulate that squeeze as you do these other exercises. So you're going to put a block or a tie pad or a shield underneath you, or you're going to put 2 blocks underneath your foot. Or you can have no blocks underneath your foot. You can still do this exercise here. So if I show you first, it's like this. One leg up, and then lift up here and back down. So obviously the higher you make that, the harder it's going to be. But your one leg is going to have a real workout now. Okay, so it's up to you. 1 block, 2 blocks, no block, you still get a good workout. Okay? The same thing, we're going to do 10 lifts. Okay? Ready, let's have a go. 1 leg up and lifting. 1. 2, you might get cramp in your hamstring. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Set yourself up so that foot is directly below your knee. Don't be going too far out. Lift the leg up and lift it 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we're going to take the block away and we're going to do tabletop lifts. So, use the blocks to side set. So exactly the same exercise. And it doesn't matter where your fingers are pointing, okay? Your fingers can be pointing in, you can be pointing to the side, you can be pointing out, whichever's comfortable for you, okay? But all we're going to do is going to lift up the tabletop and drop your hips. You can drop your hips all the way to the floor, or you can drop them 1 inch off the floor so you keep the pressure on. You just lift it tabletop and then back down, okay? We're going to do 10 on the 10th one. Hold it up. Again, if you want, you can put a block between your legs to keep that squeeze. Again, but again, if you've got the feeling, you don't need to, but it's just going to wake up another muscle in you, okay? So lifting. Ready. 1, 2, if it's comfortable for you, you can lean back with your head. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do the same exercise as before. We're going to do those tabletop lifts with your foot on. I would suggest not too high. I haven't done this for a long time. So you're going to tabletop lift now with one leg, okay? But if the bridge is difficult for you, I would stay with the bridge. So foot on the floor, foot on the pad, give it a go. Okay, so lift in one leg and lift up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof, that's tough. So you just find out how weak or strong your hamstring is, okay? Other side, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what I would do is just chill out and give your arms a little rest because they're going to have to go again. So this is an arm conditioning as well as a leg condition. Is your shoulder okay? Okay, no worries. Just do what you can, okay? So again, we kind of want the extreme ones now. So I just warn you that this is a higher level. So again, legs out straight now. Arms again in any position, but lifting for reverse plank. Okay, so we're going to do 10 and hold up the top. Okay, and if it's available for you, you can lean your head back. Okay, lifting. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll give your arms a rest. I'm just going to show you what we're going to do next, slightly different, but similar. We're going to lift up on 2 legs, and then one leg is going to crunch. Okay, so if I show you, it'll be up like this, and one leg is going to crunch 10 times. You can't do the full 10, 3 or 5 is good enough for you, that's fine, but your one hamstring now will really work. Okay, feel free to rest whenever you want, because this is intense now. Okay, so lifting up, ready, crunching one leg in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So good to breathe. 9, 10. And rest. This is the last set now. I've never done this before, but I'm actually going to do this on a block today. I wouldn't recommend you guys do it on a block. Just to drop down now with a straight leg. So one leg is up, drop down, pop back up. This one will hit the hamstring the most. Feel free to do one of the early exercises we did, because this is the most extreme one I know. Okay? So we're just going to do 10 and then we're going to switch. Ready? And lift it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch over. And get ready and lift it. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done, guys. So what we're going to do to cool off, actually your shoulders work really hard then. And I've been doing this shoulder exercise that I've known for a while, but I haven't really taught. So lie on your side. This is the cool down part now. Just, if you fall asleep, that's fine. You get bonus points, okay? So literally just tip your arm forward and put your other arm on top, either your hand or your whole arm, and just rest on it, okay? I'm just going to rest here for like 5 breaths, okay? You feel a hand going a bit lower, that's fine, but that's not the option. As long as you feel a little bit of sensation on the outside of your shoulder, that's what it's all about. You guys can roll over. I'm going to turn around, roll over as you please, sit, and on the other side, just place the hand on top, a little bit of pressure on it. Excellent. So I'm going to face you this way, just to show you this little stretch I've got. So basically, you weave one arm under, you line flat, then you weave the other arm on top, and then you just lay on your top arm. You get like a really good shoulder stretch there. So then you're just going to chill out here for 5 seconds. Come up and switch the cross of the arms, put the other arm underneath. And then this one, just take your elbows forward. And all you're going to do is head to the floor. You're going to bend your arms and straighten them. We're just going to do that 10 times, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just sit up, cross your legs. Or one arm over. And all we're going to do is turn the palm up and down. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The way. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'll show you two, like some people can get their hands behind their back and connect them. Today, if I just show you from the back, just place it here on your back and this on your head. Hold your elbows back, okay? So you still get a stretch. So don't like yank your neck or force anything forward. It's just nice and relaxed, okay? Now you can stay there, either your hands at your back or connected, and then just fold forward, keeping that connection to the back. Come up, twist across your legs. Other side. So stay here, nice and tall. If that's going wrong for you, tip forward. Okay, so I think we started a minute or two early, so I think that was 45 minutes. We've done it one. Excellent.